Hello everyone and welcome to Change Bible Study. My name is Chris Bailey and we are studying in the Bible, particularly the Old Testament background characters for our study. Looking at some of those people who are overlooked and understanding that a lot of times it's in these folks that we find ourselves. One of those men is Joab. Joab is the right-hand man to King David. He was with David when he was on the run in the wilderness from Saul, and he's with him even as David sits on the throne and rules Israel. Joab is interesting because he is caught in what we call the moral or ethical dilemmas that many of us find ourselves caught in, trying to decide whether or not to seek favor or to remain faithful. And we see that more often than not, Joab failed in this choice. See, in 2 Samuel 11, it's there that you find the story of David, who commits adultery with the wife Bathsheba and her husband Uriah. While Uriah is away in battle, David sleeps with her and they're about to bear a child. And to cover this up, he decides to put Uriah on the front lines to ensure that he would die. Well, when he gives Uriah this letter, he dispatches him to the leader of his army, his right-hand man, Joab. And Joab reads that letter and he sees there in verse 15 that he's to set Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle and retreat from him so that he can be struck down and die. That's 2 Samuel 11, verse 15. Joab sees what David is trying to do. And whether he knows he's doing it to cover up something or whether he's doing it for some other reason, it was here that the integrity of Joab should have caused him to look at this order from his commander-in-chief and realize that it was unethical. And beyond that, it was against the law of God to kill one of his own soldiers. But Joab decides to do this because by finding favor with David, it would advance his cause. It would advance his purpose. And so, regardless of the consequences, he follows an order and a man dies. Friends, when we look at Joab this week, we want to see someone who is not unlike many of us. It's very easy to point fingers at Washington or politicians or in Congress and see how absolute power can corrupt absolutely. But each and every one of us sit on our own seat of government. It may not be in some big marble house, but it's called the conscience. The ability to choose left from right or right from wrong. And we all rule and make that decision every day. Understand and learn from Joab. To not repeat his mistakes, but to overcome like David. Till next time, please remember to change